little bit. I am Anthony, and tonight we are joined by underground extreme metal extraordinaire, Mr. Jordan Varela. What's going on, Jordan?
What's going on, guys?
Cheers, dude.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Got a couple breakfast stouts in the cup. I'm ready to roll.
Nice, dude. So Jordan's drumming has always been unique to me. I've known about you for a long time, coming across Lust of Decay early in my death metal upcomings, and your style has always stood out. As I always thought of you as like some of the busiest limbs in the game. I like your fills are you're just like a fill. You just shit fills out all song long.
What a compliment.
I know, elegant, very elegant.
Yeah, right?
Those fills out. It's great.
but they're like the most beautiful shits you've ever seen.
That's right. We got to play with you guys live twice, I think, right? I think we got to play with you guys. I remember you guys, oh my gosh, that was like 1,000 years ago when you guys were in Spartanburg. Me and Jay were giving you grief in the parking lot.
Which was it a decrepit?
No, that was just severed. That was just severed.
Oh, severed. Okay.
Twice.
I've had a bald head pretty much my whole deal, dude. I think the first Odious show, I actually had a Chuck Liddell faux hawk type, or not faux hawk, but like the short little strip that goes down your dome.
Wow. No.
Hey, what up? We got the professor. What's going on, dude?
Whoop.
Whoa. Immediate frozen.
Are we live? What's going on? I just
joined.
We're live. You're frozen, but we're live.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm not talking about tree lightings in the middle of downtown, though. I'm talking about underground death metal shows.
And as far as other shout outs, one of the 40 shows I played was Chicago Domination Fest with Jordan, playing with both.
That was so good. That was so good, that fest.
That was such a fucking sick fest. That was one of the most fun shows of my life.
Hell yeah.
And you played with Lust of Decay and Shuriken Cadaveric Entwinement. Did I get that right? That was our
first show ever. Yep.
Enshrinement or Entwinement? I forget.
Entwinement. Yep.
Shuriken Cadaveric Entwinement, your first show ever. So we got to share the stage. Nice. Was it that day or no? Because our band played on Saturday. You guys were on Friday, right?
No. We played, so Lust of Decay played, because it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? So we played, Lust of Decay played Thursday at like a beautiful time slot. And then Shuriken played that Saturday. We played at like 7:30, I think. And then you guys played that night late.
Okay. Hell yeah. So we did share the stage that night. Yep. Sorry if you're getting crackling. I'll try to keep that to a minimum. But yeah, man. So I got to see Jordan kill it. And he's still an amazing drummer, amazing live performer. And so I just wanted to, introduce us as bands or guys who've played together. That's all.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my stick endorser. It's actually Mia Moore Sticks. Absolute clubs. Nice. He actually makes a custom stick for me called Heaven Hammers. That's my nickname, Heaven Hammer. Oh, yeah. And, there's a Hell's Hammer. There's a Heaven Hammer. We have to have the antithesis, right?
Yeah.
We got to have an antithesis. Maybe we'll have a drum off one day.
Enough about us, dude. Let's get into you.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you guys want to talk about.
Anthony,
let's do the damn thing. You've been watching this enough. You know where we like to go.
Absolutely.
As far back as possible.
Yeah. So 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, I wound up going to a new school right around the corner. And it was awesome, man, because I got to play in 2 bands. I got to play in the concert band and I got to play in the jazz band. I was the only drummer. So the concert band was cool because it was your traditional snare, maybe bass drum with a hi-hat and a rim shot, kind of very low-key music, but it was cool because I had 2 different teachers and the one teacher was very on it, very precise, notes, theory, let's go.
Yeah.
And then the jazz section was so freaking cool, man. We covered the Rocky song. We did some cool stuff at a young age. Nice. And dude, they let me have free rent. He was like, Jordan, you're good. I trust you, and take your sticks and let's have some fun. And that was so cool. He even gave me a drum solo in like one song we played.
Awesome.
So it was cool to see like the trajectory for me at a young age, because I still really do remember, because I'm very passionate about drums. The trajectory was really kicking up a notch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to, supposedly, from what I was hearing, some of the musical teachers are talking to my mother. They wanted to kind of groom me to be like, okay, we see your son going here. Let's get him with the proper lessons and let's teach him more theory and start going there. Well,
did you have to do that thing where you like wait like 37 bars for your next hit?
oh my
You
god!
count and you're like 1, like 2, and you're like, wait, 14, 15. Shit! Oh no! You have to lose that. It's like
what is that, like timpani?
I did. Oh no, that's like symphonic. I mean, I did symphonic band, concert bands, like the same concept. Like I did percussion, and it wasn't what I ended up doing, but I did that a bit. You know.
So you're in the sheet music. You're looking at like you don't know. You're like all of a sudden space off for a second. You have to be like, oh shit, to follow the other instrument that I've lost. Yeah.
Well, it's like you're playing, and then there's like all of a sudden, like so the repeat bar is like the line with the 2. It looks like a percentage thing,
right?
It's like repeat bar. You could do 2 or like combined or like 1 bar. But like say it's like it'll just be like 1 bar, and it'll just like 37. So it's like 37 bars. You have to wait, and then it's like,
my god,
and then it's like after 30, and then on the 38th bar, you have to like boom and like hit that beat. And if you don't, like the conductor like looks at you like,
you lost your minds. What are you doing? Like you have one job. Wait
It's-
5 minutes
oh
to
my
hit a symbol.
god,
yeah, it's super stressful.
37. Like I mean,
You're like
just
23, 25,
Yeah.
or you're like, wait, did I see 25? Oh no. And then it's like you're like 1 off, and then it's just like they're just like,
That's
oh.
why
Does
you
the
got to
kids-
know the other parts. You got to
yeah,
listen.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No one wants to count that long, so you're just like, I know that the trumpet starts 4 bars before my part, so I just wait
Exactly,
for the trumpet.
yeah.
Yeah,
find
you gotta
something.
like get. Yeah, you
That's
gotta
why
find
he's the
yeah.
professor.
Exactly.
Guys.
Of course, the
What about-
professor has an answer.
But what about like? Do you
Wait
have
for
like
the trumpet?
And you're just
It's-
like,
It's kind of cool to think of it like,
Am I in
you're
trouble?
putting
I'm in
me.
trouble.
you're in
You're
big
making me,
trouble.
you're making me. I enjoy
Okay.
watching your videos that you post, dude, where you're wearing the fucking Bane mask and.
The elevation mask. I am. My wife's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Babe, you just. It is what it is. Just
No, dude,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
doing
that's
my
a
thing.
great tactic. That's no different than being a fighter that trains with one of those on, to give themselves the advantage when they don't have it on.
people ask me like, "Why do you wear that?" I'm like, I do cardio 6 days a week. I train weights and cardio 6 days a week, right? And I'm like, well, I wear the mask when I'm training. I'm like, dude, get in the drum room and freaking wear. You want to be a good drummer? You want to?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's in the middle of summer, and bro, I'm in the Carolinas, so it's
Jesus.
freaking 98 degrees out here. I'm talking 60% humidity. I'm
Humidity.
in my
Yeah,
drum room,
yeah.
no AC,
Jesus.
and I got a sweatsuit on, and I vomited a few times. It's okay.
In the mask,
In the mask. This is my bowl, my shirt. I can't tell you how many shirts I soiled. But I'll tell you, man, honestly, and I will say, all joking aside, there was a couple times this year when it got hot. I'm like, all right, JV, you play for 35, 40 minutes, take the mask off. Now you're gonna suffocate yourself. You got to know when to call it. But
I thought you were gonna say there's been 4 or 5 times where I went to the hospital, but like it wasn't that big of
I
a deal.
almost died. I was resurrected. I was a young punk, snot-nosed punk with a chip on my shoulder. So basically, started getting better gear. We started writing better music, and then we would play shows with a band called Mindkill. Well, P.S. That's Lost to Decay. So it was Jay,
okay.
Steve, it was Brent on drums, and it was Rob McFarland. They call his nickname Junkie. And we would
It's an
play.
early one.
Oh, dude, we would play with these guys, and it was the biggest. Like these boys are country, man. Like they talk like that, And here I'm a Yankee, but I live in the Carolinas, and we were up and coming and playing shows with these guys, and we ran into them a couple times. Well, the joke was like, Jay would be like, "Man, that boy can play some drums, but his drums sound like trash." It sound like bongos. But if you know Jay is country, dude.
Yeah.
But
I could see a professor was enjoying that type
I know
of
he was going
Chico a little too much.
So it was cool too, man. It's like I started getting no dude. John Gallagher from Dying Fetus emailed me and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing a side project. You want to drum a like? There's a bear crap in the woods. Come on." I'm like, let's freaking go. But nothing ever came out of it. But it was just
but at least the conversation happened.
Dude, John Gallagher, the fact that he even thought about me, I mean, I'm a piss stain on underwear of Trey. But like the fact that he even reached out to me to say, "Hey, man, you're killing it," And there was
so bears don't crap in the woods.
Yeah.
No, dude, they crap in the river while they're catching their salmon.
The river.
So basically, what happened was, and then I wound up getting a call from him one day at work, and he was like, "Hey, dude, Tony got missing, or something happened with him some touring conflict or something, and he couldn't work it out with Niall. They had that big fest in Amsterdam. You want to fill in?" And I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "Sure, I'm gonna put my big boy pants on." I will tell you this right now. I had a set to learn in 5 weeks. I had to fill in for Tony Laureano. So let's just say that right there. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to cover the first song was the first track off of that album. Okay.
Yeah.
Blessed Dead. That's a really difficult song to play. I don't care who the hell you are. Doesn't matter what drummer is that. That is a tough song to play. Even trying to play it to George's click track on YouTube, you're talking to 220 plus BPMs. And the time changes, the signatures are all over the place. So I had to learn that, and we had to do Nephron Ka stuff. But basically,
how long was the set?
Set was about, I think the set was 8 to 9 songs.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, we played Sarcophagus. We played Winds of Horus. That was freaking fun. Blessed Dead. We played
Joseph, you're muted.
Black Seeds of Vengeance. We played another track. We played a couple songs off of Nephron Ka. So we wound up playing 8 to 9 tracks. It was probably about 35, 40 minutes of material. So yeah, that was something, man. I will say that out of all the years of my life, no regrets, man. I mean, that was the most stressful moment of my life. The girl hated me because the girl that I was dating at the time, she didn't see me because I was in my drum shed day and night practicing. So I'd practice in the morning, I'd work all day, and after work, I'd go back in the shed because I had to practice these songs.
Yeah.
I was listening to the music when I go to bed, so it would stick in my brain like I was obsessed.
Yeah. Hey.
It was just so cool. Like I was part of that history because I got to see before George even got there. Because Carl came to me like, dude, if things could have been different, if I would have been looking to tour, I might have been their drummer. I'm not being funny. Like, I am not a George Colius. I'm me. But they were looking for a drummer. And they heard of George, and they were already starting to, contact him and get a hold of George. Because what George said is 100% correct. I mean, everything what he said is exactly that timeline. So to hear Dallas playing – Annihilation riffs was so cool. Like this is stuff that wasn't even out yet, man.
Yeah.
And I remember he was playing some riffs, and I was just jamming to it, having fun. He was like, "Oh, that's a cool riff," So being a part of that, just being in the room with Dallas, because Dallas is a really cool dude.
Oh yeah,
right, dude. We had a great time with him on our episode, dude.
And I got to hang out with John. John's hardcore, but he was really cool, and I got to know him personally because he doesn't live too far from me in Charlotte. So just being a part of something, dude, looking out and when you see a tent, and I thought there was about 2,000 people, John said, this tent holds 10.
Whoa.
I was like, there's 10,000 people, says Jordan. I've done a handful of these. That's 10,000 people. I came out to get my gear. Carl and everybody were already in the backstage, and Carl just came out to get a pedal. I walk out, everybody's still there. I'm like, why is everybody still here? Dude, I got my trigger, and they all started screaming and chanting something to me. And I'm like, and Carl looked at me. He went, and I'm
Here
like,
we go. Yeah.
Dude, I was like, how is this even possible? Like, totally. I suck compared to Tony Laureano and these people. It was humbling, man.
Yeah, dude. That's where we've talked about all the Lust of Decay, Debodified, and Domination Through Impurity solidified you as a great drummer. Thank you. Me. Hearing the range across those 3 projects and your ability and ideas that you executed on those albums, dude. Yeah. That's why you're on the show, dude.
I forgot all about this. I'm listening to it right now. I used to listen to this all the time.
Yeah.
This is insane, dude.
Yeah, Jordan fucking rips on that shit, dude.
Joe Payne, how that came about.
Rest in peace, right? He was in Nile for a little while, right?
He was in Nile. He toured with Nile for a long time. He took over John
Dino's band.
What's that?
Dino Cazares' band, right?
Divine Heresy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. I used to go there and smoke much pot with him. I miss Joe Payne. I know.
Are you talking about Purity Through Dismemberment?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Dismemberment. So that album, man, it was actually pretty cool. That album, man. That's when I started really getting crafty. I said I had a good, actually, this kit right here that you're seeing right there.
Sick. Yeah.
That's the same kit I did for Domination Through Impurity, and I did for actually Purity Through Dismemberment. I recorded all the toms, and I actually utilized the electronic chinas because they sounded so good. In his studio, he knew how to blend everything good. I used real cymbals too, and I used a real snare drum, and obviously I used a D5 trigger at the time with my Roland kick pad, which I'm known for. I play live with it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we that album came out, and that was big boy pants we filled on that album.
How, like, because you're in the style of music, obviously it's not a big, they're not like huge Christian fans. You're walking into the style of music, and you are. How do you, like, in your heart, with dealing with people that are like fuck what you believe in?
Great question.
Like how do you deal with it? Because I mean, if I like, what would my brain automatically like goes to, like, yeah, you'd be like, fuck this, I'm out. But like, you're sticking around and playing in the genre and stuff like that still. And how do you separate that from like your playing and the genre that you're in?
Well, it's a very it's a loaded question, and it's a loaded answer. So
I'm loaded right now. So
and you're right. And we got the trapedy effect going on. We got I call it the trapedy effect. So we got the eyes going. We got
dude, I'm definitely
it's a trap.
I'm infused right now. We got the Joel Surge alert and the Anthony Stone alert right now.
I'm drinking vodka tonight, so I'm being
dude. I tore my abdominal wall all the way through.
Yeah, that sounds brutal.
I'm telling you guys something right now. That is the worst injury. Besides breaking a femur, it absolutely was terrible.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even barely drive. So basically,
it's like rappers with like the cross, and they're just like fucking like 1,000 girls in there.
It's like,
I don't know. I'm like, all right,
guys,
like God, God grace.
It would take us
just like fucking like pounding away.
It would take us 4 podcasts to go through all of this stuff. And I
know.
People
all the hypocrisy.
People believe in God, and many people believe in God, but they don't accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. Making music, it's about reaching out to the lost, helping people, loving people. It's not about judging people. There's been times where I was at a show where I had an Conquer disc, and I saw somebody totally tatted up and pentagrams and 666 and F Jesus and this. Okay, dude, that's your business. That's not my business. My business is to love you. So I give the guy a disc, and it's like, thanks, man.
Come on, guys! Like, we could do better than this. Like, I get what you're going for with the comedy. You think it's funny,
yeah.
But what Jay does, I love what Jay does. The reason that I've always I play with Lust of Decay is Jay if he actually finds wild stories, real stories, stuff we'd see on the news. I don't have a problem with that because this is facts. This is crazy stuff that people had. Like, you wait to see the lyrical content of this new album. Give you an example. One of my favorite songs, and I did a video on this, was Desiccate the Epithelia. So this is a crazy story. I read the article on this. So this is a crazy story. I don't even know the town it was in, but this guy had a little Stop and Shop out in the country, and he was known for his jerky. People would stop by and get his jerky. Well, P.S. And people were like, dude, what? Nobody knew the recipe. Well, P.S. like either Alberto or one of the Slim Jim, one of the big guys said, let's go find out what this is about. Dude, they assayed it. There's a reason why his helpers, 2 of them were missing. He used their flesh to make the jerky.
Whoa, he was doing human jerky.
He finds real stories. So Desiccate the Epithelia. Like, Jay will be like,
and people were down. They're like, oh, this is the best shit ever, dude.
Jay will get on stage like, this Jay will do a Randy like macho. Yeah, snap it to a Slim Jim.
Yeah. At the end of the day, what's better than just being around a person who can smile and laugh with you?
Yeah, smiles are huge. Like,
smile and laugh, dude. Like that. If you're gonna be in the presence of another human, if you guys can smile and laugh more than any other thing during that experience, it doesn't fucking matter how you guys got to the point of smiling and laughing together, other than
helping humans.
you're smiling and laughing together because you're being in the moment. It does not matter. So that goes back to that. It doesn't matter as long as you're happy. I want to be around happy humans. I want to smile. I want to laugh. I want to laugh until we cry, until our abdomens are sore. We're holding each other and each other's stomachs, just like, oh, dude, that those moments are what we all strive for, dude. And however you can get there, dude, I'm all for it. That's what's up. You're like, oh man, it's gonna suck having to set up the fucking drum kit. And then you get there.
Fucking must suck to be a drummer.
Wait, there's these guys that are willing to help me right now. Oh,
playing drums rules, man. But I'll tell you what, we're breaking them up and setting them down sucks.
I love Anthony talking about like setting up drums.
I know. Well, no, I'm putting myself in the.
George will do my microphone's out of a battery. I'm
putting myself in the position of a drummer who is
I know,
not
me too,
wanting to do it, and then they show up and they're like, "Oh wait, no, here's the help," and it made that future trip not even a real thing. You were future tripping before you got there. Now you're in the moment, and it's not as bad, dude.
Yeah, Joseph, what do you think?
I think it was rad to have Jordan at Chicago, and I just felt like more comfortable with a guy like him around. Just like the fest is going to be okay. Like, he's performing. He's part of the entertainment, part of the talent. But there's always those guys who are willing to do more, go over and above, and to fucking keep an eye on things, like make sure that shit doesn't get out of hand. Because, you got a bunch of young people around, like exactly what he talked about earlier. I didn't necessarily want to have to break up a fucking, sorry, my wife's in the room right now, but situation like that, so it's just like, I would feel, better that there's people around who are responsible, and it's fun to get loose and everything, but in the end, I think it's more about those overarching goals of performing well and feeling like a part of a community that's like, in a sense, structured and about the music. So yeah.
Right.
I will say there should be there might be a renaissance. I've talked about this before, that there tends to be like kind of like 10 to 15 years after certain records, people start to really ask for it, and it comes back, like Focus by Cynic, and then I think the solo record by Frederick Thorndahl of Meshuggah, I think, came back, and I think that Elvin Efris is, at the time, it's about ready for its renaissance, where people, I think it's starting to happen now, that at least people are figuring out that this is at least an underground classic. As for whether that influences people, I sure hope so. I'd love to hear more like major chord riffs over Hyperblast. That's the thing that should happen more. But I agree that the whole package, it can't be done again. It's just, it has that classic era sound. I don't know, So.
Well, you know what Thomas would be like? You're going to be, you always say to me with a smiley face, you're going to be so disappointed when you realize it's not the same band.
Oh, I'm sure. The other thing is, I feel like there's like only one Crash and one China on that record. Like, there's not a lot of different symbols. It's just like, he's like done the hyper on the China, and I feel like one Crash. There's like, it's not a huge drum set.
That's all you need, dude.
So he used, I actually asked him, I said, I wanted to know. I said, I knew, because I owned an Earth Ride for years. I said, you used an Earth Ride? He said, yep, I had an Earth Ride. I was like, man, I'm good. And I said, he played a Tama kit, 3 toms, bass drum, double bass pedal, which him and I, the running joke with him and I was, he hates double bass pedals. I'm a double bass pedal guy now, because I don't want to lug 2 freaking bass drums around. But he used a single bass, double bass pedal, and like it was some giant crazy China. That China was amazing. And you're right, it was like 2 crashes and hats, and that was it. He had a pretty basic setup, but man, it sounded freaking good, man.
Yeah. Shout out. Let's get him on the podcast eventually. That would be fun.
I love that, dude.
Tommy Corn, that would be, I would sit there and just eat popcorn and drink beer and watch that.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's what I just wrap it up with. Again, Czechs have some underground real shit going. The Czech Republic over there, dude. You gotta just, they took that Hyperblast, they ran with it, and there's some really good bands, dude. I think I mentioned all the ones that I love, so check them out.
Check them out. All right. Yeah, I have to pack to go to Northern California tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
so
dude.
I think it's time we
wrap
sign
this
off.
one up.
Jordan, You've done.
Thank
You've
you.
3.5
an
hours.
amazing guest. Yeah, we appreciate you coming on. Long
You're on
overdue.
vacation though, right? You don't have to work tomorrow, right?
So we gotta So listen
Leon.
to classic Lust of Decay, Shuriken Cadaveric Entwinement, and In Conquered. There's an 8-album deal. So you're gonna be releasing a lot of In Conquered over the years ahead.
And go
So
back and listen to that Domination Through Impurity stuff.
I have to listen to all that stuff now.
I was just listening to that just now, and I was like, we used to listen to that all the time back at the Odious house.
We
like,
did bump it a lot, dude.
That's
A lot.
crazy. Yeah, I've got just an update, people. I should be getting within by. I think I already have like 50 copies pre-sold, but which for death metal is like selling 5,000 in the mainstream, and then I got the new and Conquer should be hitting my house at any time, so I'll be contacting everybody that pre-ordered. Lust of Decay is going to be recording our album I'm probably want to be in probably third quarter of this year. So that album should be recorded, and that's what's going on right now, man. So I'll keep everybody up,
dude.
Again, guys, thank you so much.
Thanks everyone for fucking hanging out and listening to this. It's fucking always fun.
Yeah,
and
dude. Oh yeah,
so
this is our year wrap-up show. We didn't even mention any of that.
I know, like next show, next year.
Dude, happy New
Anyway,
Year. We didn't say happy New Year in
guys.
the beginning. Yeah, everybody have a happy New Year, a safe, awesome, rad, happy New Year. I hope your resolutions
call
work out
Uber or
for
don't
you.
drive. Just if you're gonna drink,
Yeah,
just call Uber. Like fucking, it's worth it. It's $10,000.
The philosophy is a $500 Uber is worth way more than a $10,000 DUI
or a fucking like unpriceable life.
There you go.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. So everybody be safe.
Mike Leon, say hi to Mike Leon to everyone. We're gonna go and wrap it up and send it to Mike Leon right now because I fuck up on raids every time.
All right,
so
dude.
we're gonna do it right now.
I
fucked up like every time I like send stuff. They're like, you didn't send it. At the
end, actually to the people in the chat, you're going to Mike Leon. We love you. Yeah. Because the wrap up for the Twitch is different for the wrap up for the YouTube. We are too stoned and drunk to figure that out. 110 episodes
in. Go ahead and check to see if it went over there because I literally we'll get off. I'm like, fuck yeah, I rated him, dude, and they're like, didn't rate him. I get like all these messages, like texts, like, oh, you didn't raid that guy. So whatever you thought you did, you didn't do.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's the thought that counts. We're really trying over here. We got a gorilla. We got a gorilla on the controls.
You can't even turn on a TV, dude. Like I'm
doing crazy stuff.
Wait, Joseph, is that a confirmation?
No, I'm watching on Twitch. It's still us.
Let's see.
It's not.
Oh yeah, we're still on Twitch right now. But
Joel, by the way, I just want you to know. You had me in tears when you always have that one-liner each show, and it just kills me. And Anthony loses it, dude. When you said our boy from Decrepit Birth looked like Chris Barnes, I about pissed myself. When you said, dude, I couldn't stop laughing. I think I was white
on the Decrepit episode. You said,
like, yeah, of course, 6 feet under is awesome. He also sings for Decrepit Birth. And he said, I'm going to come down and I'm going to beat your ass.
Isn't that funny how it's like
that was absolutely
2 years ago? You're like, I said that.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe you said that. That was great.
I guess it worked. Someone said
it worked.
I'm getting murdered by Mike.
All right, if it worked,
did you read? Okay.
Play the video.
To this podcast, man.
Yeah, I do.
You should have access.
I don't have the video. Someone else play the video.
No, I got the video, but anyways.
All right. We love you guys. Happy New Year, and we will see you. We got great stuff coming very, very soon.
Thanks, Jordan.
Rock on.
Love you guys. Appreciate it.
Love you too,
love
man.
You, dude.
Cheers.
Peace out.